It is time for CEAT TimeOut Episode 2, and the World Cup is well and truly underway. What a first week we've had. Record-breaking games already, and poor Sri Lanka at the receiving end. Highest ever score against South Africa, and then the highest ever run chase when they played Pakistan. England, they picked up their points, but humbled by New Zealand on the opening day, who themselves have become the first team to 4 points. But forget all that. As I welcome my partner in crime, Matthew Hayden, I'm going to ask him, he was towering over me, Haydos, when you said that's what's going to happen when India play Australia. What happened there as we now look back at the first week? And you've gone to Lucknow, so we're both the same size now in a little box. But how do you look at the first week?
Please, sir, please, tell me. Also, you were supposed to be the small one. I mean, the only thing that's small about Australia right now is the fact that we have got 0 points on the board. But what a sensational week. Seriously, can you just, like all of those records that you just mentioned there, highest run chase, fastest 100 in a World Cup from Hayden and Raunak, 4 times, ODIs, in ODI history, you've got centuries. That's the first. I mean, it's just raining, and we had a little episode around, well, what are the records that are going to be broken? And we got none of them right. So ultimately, it's just been a World Cup of surprises thus far. If you're a bowler and you're looking at this, just close your eyes because it's been a batathon this week.
Right, it's time now to look at the CEAT batter charts, and of course, integrated with the CEAT cricket ratings, which has specially been designed just for this World Cup. So let's have a look at who's on top after the first round of games. And you've got Kushal Mendes, poor old Kushal Mendes, 2 great innings, but no points for his team to show for it. Tied with Mohammad Rizwan in our top 5 batters. And what an innings from Rizwan in Hyderabad. Haydos, you call that game. There's Devon Conway there. Rachin Ravindra is a player to watch out for. So now as I ask you to pick your top batter of the week, it's a tough one, isn't it? But who have you gone with?
The cricket ratings for this week have just been magnificent. And when you look at all of those players as well, one thing that they have in common is that they're all wonderful players of spin. Devon Conway averages about 250. I'm not even joking, 250 against spin. Mendes, Rizwan, Hayden and Raunak, they're in the top 5. KL Rahul as well, averaging mid-80s. So all the performance of this World Cup have all been leading the fact that the wonderful players of spin through the middle order have really risen to the fore.
Well, it's going to be a World Cup for batters. That's what we expect. But what about the top bowlers as we look at the CEAT bowlers chart to look at the top 5 bowlers as designed, as I said, as per the CEAT cricket ratings, which has been specially designed for this World Cup. Nice to see a spinner there, Mitchell Santner, with the first fifer of the tournament on top. You got Hassan Ali. What a comeback it's been for him. The story of Hassan Ali. He's got 4 points and he's tied at number 2 with Matt Henry. Watch out for him as New Zealand continue to gather steam. Bas de Leede, the all-rounder from the Netherlands, is there. So too is Haris Rauf. So we've seen some good bowling performances in difficult conditions. But come on, Matthew Hayden, pick one and tell me your standout bowler of the week.
We should pick a spinner. Mitch Santner, he's got 7 wickets already in this first week. He's got flight, he's got guile, and he's got Rajiv Gandhi Stadium there in Hyderabad just wired. Got the circumstances and conditions that he required as well. So excellent performance from him. Kuldeep Yadav, also, still steady. Ravindra Jadeja, for me also, even though he's not in those ratings just yet, it won't be long, will it? That ball that he bowled to Steve Smith. What an absolute cracker. I mean, you could have punched the smile off his face, and poor old Steve Smith looked like he'd been snapped. Just someone had taken away his cricket bat toys and just smacked him. But then followed up with Labuschagne's wicket and Carey's wicket, also very good players to spin. So, the bowling performance for the week for mine is Mitch Santner, but some very honourable mentions for the other boys that I just spoke about.
Okay, well, there you have it. You've heard Haydos' top batter, his top bowler. It's now time to listen in from you. Forget Haydos and me for a while. We want you to get involved. And our super fans have sent in some questions and some thoughts. So let's have a listen.
बहुत एक्साइटेड हूँ 2 प्लेयर्स के लिए, रोहित और शुभमन गिल के लिए. दोनों ही कमाल के प्लेयर हैं और कमाल की फॉर्म में हैं, और अगर ये ओपनिंग जोड़ी चलती है तो धमाल मचा देंगे. तो लुकिंग फॉरवर्ड एंड माय बेस्ट विशेस.
As a super fan, I am eagerly waiting to watch the matches at home ground. Shubman Gill is a young talented guy who has already achieved a lot in short career and definitely is going to rock the show for upcoming World Cup. Come on India! Bharat Mata ki Jai!
Some interesting colors and costumes there, Haydos.
He looks like a junior pudgy of no. He's like a junior pudgy that's like gone into a major senior pudgy. He's a beauty.
All right, thanks so much for that to our super fans, and keep them coming for Matthew Hayden as the World Cup rolls along. But Haydos, it's now time for me to ask you for your Sport Drive performance of the week. Tell me that standout inning, standout spell that you've picked from this week of World Cup action.
Well, I've got a little prop that I've gathered up here from Dharamshala just to make this special announcement. Little Tibetan piece of culture. And my performance of the week is Mohammad Rizwan. What a magic innings, under pressure, highest run chase of all time on a wicket that still was offering a little bit. That's my performance of the week.
Well, that week has just flown by, hasn't it? But the World Cup is coming thick and fast as we look at some of the games coming up in this week. Well, Australia are going to be welcoming South Africa and Sri Lanka in Lucknow. They need to pick up some points after losing to India. New Zealand will be in action. But how can we look beyond India versus Pakistan on the 14th of October in Ahmedabad? So, right, Haydos, game to look out for. It's an obvious one, but tell me why you're excited about India v Pakistan and the players and teams you'd like to watch out for this week.
Yeah, well, when you think about, say, that big five, I like to call them, you know, India, Pakistan, Australia, South Africa, New Zealand. Who's going to be the best in this particular week? And, you know, I'm not sure that Australia is really up to that challenge just at the moment, because South Africa looked really dominant, didn't they, in their first game? You know, huge run-setting total. Just got it right. I was a little concerned about their bowling, but they've just seemed to nail their position and consolidate through the first week. Australia's had lots of questions. Then on the 14th, we go to the massive game of Pakistan, India. And can you get two sides now that seem to be so well settled with two great wins under their belt, the nemesis of Australia for India, and of course Sri Lanka, who are always dark horses in World Cups. It's going to be a batathon again over in Ahmedabad. There's just no doubt about it. It's going to be runs galore. And it's going to match the people galore that are going to be filling the stadiums, filling the city, coming all around the world to see the greatest contest of all time, and that's India-Pakistan.
Haydos, you're a legend. Now get back from Lucknow. Join me here the next time we have an episode. I look forward to your company. We look forward to engaging with you, and check out, of course, the CEAT cricket rating, specially devised for the World Cup. And send in your thoughts and comments to be our next superfan. We'll see you soon.